Recently, everything in the world of business has gone wrong. Reports say that the countries of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, which are all known as Brics, have made the most important changes to money rules in the 21st century. After a long wait, the Brics basket currency will finally be released. It will also be partly backed by Xrp reserves, gold, and other important goods. High-level leaks from inside talks at the Brics summit say that these leaks come from conversations that happened inside the meeting. Some people have said it, who know that this is the official start of the age of digital gold, and a big deal for the money world have said so. Brics countries have been trying for years to get their banks out from under the control of the US dollar and the quick system for international financial transactions. Xrp being added to their reserve system makes it possible that they have finally finished what they set out to do. The choice you made did not just appear out of thin air. Economic think tanks and tech teams in the alliance have been trying out different things for a number of years. We are testing different types of digital payment layers to see which ones could work as a link between fiat money, gold, and commodities. The biggest problem was being able to work with other currencies from around the world, along with speed and an open system. These are things that gold can't give, and the dollar has lost them because of how politicians work. How wonderful is this answer? It was the distributed ledger technology that Xrp has that was the right answer. That this tech and settlement of deals takes only seconds and doesn't use much power. One draft that the Brics Monetary Council made public says that Xrp is a gold-backed tool for synchronizing liquidity. These words show that it can work as both a reserve tool and a payments asset by itself. Finally, the most shocking fact has been shown. News sources say that Brics gave each Xrp coin a value of $50,000. Still, this isn't just a chance number for a moonshot, as the saying goes. In fact, it's built on the basis of to figure out how much gold is worth. The analysts who worked on the Brics currency plan are in charge of figuring out how much cash each member country would need to settle trade issues and trade goods across borders. The value of each Xrp unit would have to hit at least $50,000 for them to think that it would have even half as much transactional liquidity as gold. In turn, this valuation makes sure that there is enough depth in global cash pools to allow trade payments worth trillions of dollars to happen without causing prices to change too much. This is made possible by, in order to give you an idea of how important this is, making sure that market depth is sufficient. Gold is worth about $14 trillion on the market right now. If Xrp hit $50,000, its market value would equal that amount. At that point, it would no longer be a speculative cryptocurrency, but a reserve asset for a sovereign government. There is no longer any room for guesswork or joy. Because of how things are going with politics right now, we are at the most advanced stage of financial planning. In a world where everything is digital, the leaders of the Brics countries are rethinking what value really is. Gold bars are being replaced by tokenized reserves where Xrp can be used as a kind of digital gold that can be coded and sent right away. The transformation is what is causing this change. The way the world's financial system works now will change a lot because of this plan. By adding Xrp to their payment network, Brics countries can get around infrastructure that is controlled by the West. This facility has SWIFT, which is the SDR system of the Federal Reserve's network of partner banks and the International Monetary Fund. This situation creates a new world of finance in which transactions are checked on an open ledger instead of going through middlemen, who are politically charged. Using Xrp makes it possible to build a neutral digital settlement system that can work even if some countries have currency wars or bans. For the same reason that governments do with their gold reserves, it has been said that central banks all over the Brics alliance are secretly building up their Xrp stocks. Xrp will keep faith in the new digital money standard in the same way that gold does, which means that it will help people trust traditional money systems. You already know that this isn't about getting rid of gold. The goal should be to make it better instead. Gold's value is still the most valuable thing in the world, and Xrp is the coin that makes it easy to move gold's value between networks, countries, and asset classes. At this point, financial experts already think that the oil dollar story is over. At some point, there might not be a need for U.S. funds once the Brics countries officially launch their digital currency, which will be backed by commodities and priced in part with Xrp reserves. The new trade currency has made it possible for countries to stop using the dollar altogether. It's possible that this will cause a big shift in the balance of global liquidity, with governments buying XRP to make sure they can use foreign payments. Let me explain what $50,000 is worth in more detail. There is no need for the construction. In fact, a price goal. It is actually necessary to make sure that XRP can handle trillions of dollars in foreign trade and reserves. It is very important that each ticket equals a large amount of money. This way of doing things is based on how fast money moves. To put it simply, an item's usefulness value goes up when it moves faster and more often. One thing you should know is that XRP can carry a lot of economic power because it is the fastest cryptocurrency. If we are being honest, to be honest, this means that $50,000 per coin might not be too much until the whole world starts using them. Take a moment to think about this. Gold-backed assets, on the other hand, stay in vaults no matter what. XRP-backed reserves, on the other hand, can easily move around through the digital networks that connect all 5 brick-and-mortar countries. XRP can be used to settle oil contracts, find out the prices of rare earth minerals, and help banks lend money to each other. The process of becoming an ENT buyer can happen right on the XRP system. For this case, real-world goods and digital. The pieces would finally come together to make one thing. The economy of the next 100 years might be different if digital and real wealth systems and other things work together. When the news finally gets to officials in Western countries, they will be shocked. A lot of time has passed since the United States and the European Union were in charge of money through the dollar and fast. They may now be pushed to the sidelines. The Bank for International Settlements has been testing tokenized settling down. This is a possibility. The bank may be keeping a close eye on how the Brics countries use XRP. The idea could be used all over the world if it works out. Market experts think that big institutions like central banks, sovereign wealth funds, and other big institutions will need a lot of cash once the Brics countries release their digital currency backed by XRP. In a way that has never been seen before, the value of XRP will go up. There were millions of deals worth trillions of dollars. For retail investors who thought XRP was a risky asset before the switch to this new system, they will soon see that they have been carrying a valuable asset the whole time. In the digital age, the brick-and-mortar countries have holes in them.